Okay. Yeah, hi guys. We're going to be starting very, very soon. But for those of you who have just joined, please make sure that you change your name so that we know where you're from. So please write it down as your name, and then in parentheses write the name of your society. So, and also please mute your mic just because you want to make sure that the person who is speaking is not interrupted. Yeah, so as long as everyone does that, we'll start in a couple of minutes. Okay, can everyone see me? Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Jihi. I'm the KIDA president, and we're going to be starting the KIDA Fall Open House orientation and lecture right now. We have around 80 have applied to be a part of this workshop, but we noticed that a couple of you aren't here. That's fine, but if you know anyone who registered for this workshop but hasn't shown up yet, then we would encourage you to contact them so that they're also able to take part of this orientation. Yeah, so before we begin, I'll just introduce myself again. Hi, my name is Jihi. I am the president of the 21st KIDA Secretariat. And for those of you who don't know KIDA, we're going to be introducing what KIDA does in this orientation as well, but I'm going to be in charge of the orientation, and then I'm going to be talking about the things that we're going to go through right now. So yeah. Starting with the schedule for today, so until 3, we're going to have the KIDA orientation. So we're going to cover things like, what does KIDA do? What kind of events do we have? Who's in our big family? Things like that. And then from 3 to 4 p.m., we are going to have a very esteemed, wonderful group of people giving us an open house debate. And we will be introducing them after the orientation. Third, we're going to have a 30-minute OA plus Q&A session. We can also, for those of you who would like to take a break, that is also fine for those 30 minutes. So we're going to have a brief period for us to just get to know each other and be an interactive time. And then finally, from 4:30 to 6 p.m., we're going to have a lecture from Chumbam Kim, an alumni of HDS, and he's going to be giving a lecture on BP strategy for beginners, and he has prepared really, really hard for this. So we hope that you stay until the end, because we do have a lot of things planned out for all of us, especially because we are very delightfully surprised to see that a lot of people have signed up for this event. So we hope that all of you are able to take something at the end of the day. Yeah. So before we begin, I just want to quickly announce something, because we have a lot of participants, and also because we wanted to make this open house something that it's not too formal. So we hope that you get all the information you need while also able to make friends or able to interact with each other. So we did provide a small event. So what we're going to do is the two of our members of the KIDA Secretariat, Yun-Tan and Yoon from our Planning and Development Department, made a quiz with 10 questions about KIDA, what we do, and what kind of events or tournaments that we have. And since we have over 82 participants here, including the Secretariat and the show debaters on the lecture, it could be over 100. So we would like those of you who are interested to take this quiz, and if you share the results on your Instagram story and tag us at KIDA Secretariat, we will pick 5 of you at random and give 기프티콘 or prizes so that you're all able to share, take a part of this experience. Hopefully those of you who have known us for a longer time will know the answers to these questions, but even for those of you who have just joined us, that's fine. If you can listen to the orientation, you're able to get a lot of the answers. So Yeah, we're going to share the link to this quiz in the Zoom chat. Juan, can you do this for me? Can you share this link in the Zoom chat? Okay, so yeah, our Vice President Chuan is going to be doing that in the Zoom chat. So those of you who would like to do so, just do so in your break or do so whenever you have time, and we'll pick 5 of you to do this event with. Yeah, so thanks for participating, guys. We're really, really happy to see that a lot of people signed up, and hopefully this means that a lot of people are very eager to join KIDA this semester. Yeah. So just before we begin, I want to do something cringy and talk about what kind of purpose we have for this event. So you're here because you're interested in debating. We know that because most societies have ended their recruitment. So you are here because you decided to be a member of your respective societies. And I think that all of the society heads did a really amazing job this year in promoting debate, whether it be with their open houses or whether it be with their recruitment periods. But the question that the KIDA Secretariat wants to ask you is, who are we, KIDA, as a community, and how can you make the best of your time here? So whether it be, I want to improve my English, I want to improve my logistical skills, I want to make friends, I want to have a good time here. Whatever reason you may have to join KIDA, we would like you to like understand how you're able to maximize whatever you want to pursue here. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that we would like to answer during this time. So yeah, who are we? So KIDA is short for Korea InterVarsity Debate Association, and it was established at 2016. Yeah, it was established in 2016. So basically what KIDA is a representative body of Korean university students that engage in English language parliamentary debate. And KIDA is the body that helps these students and their societies and their society heads with whatever events or whatever lectures or workshops that we have planned for this. We take part in mostly 2 kinds of parliamentary debate. So in the first half of the year, which is the spring semester, we focus on Asian parliamentary. For those of you who have been to the most recent Solbridge KNC, you know what kind of format we're talking about, with 3 people on each team and 2 teams in a room. From this period onwards until winter, we are going to be focused on British parliamentary, which has 4 teams, 2 sides, and 2 people per team. And I know this might sound confusing. Hopefully, most of you would have already seen an example of British parliamentary debate in your respective societies, but we are also going to show you show debate so that you're able to more, I guess, associate yourself with British parliamentary. So these are the 2 types of debate that we most likely do. We have tournaments and events in this type of format. So yeah, that's it for what we do. And as for who are the members of KIDA, we have, as of now, 14 member societies. We have ADS from Tagang University, CUDS from Chungang University, DAE and EDIS from Ewha Women's University, HDS from Hanguk University of Foreign Studies, so HUFS, HYDS from Hanyang University, IDS and KIDS from Kyunghee University, KMADC from Korea Military Academy, KUDC from Korea University, SDS from Seoul-Bridge School of Business, SCADA from Songyungan University, SNUDA from Seoul National University, and finally YU from Yonsei University. So these are the 14 societies that have regular member status. We also have a couple of other societies who have not regular member statuses, but are also a member of KIDA, and they can also be promoted to a regular member status if they follow the procedures in the KIDA constitution. So as of now, we know that a lot of you are from these societies, or you might be from elsewhere and are interested in joining societies, or you might be interested in debate as a whole and want to create your own society. So whether that be the case, KIDA is always willing to help you out with the kind of role that you want to take. So as of now, we have these 14 societies, and we welcome every one of you who are new and who are members of the societies into KIDA as well. Yeah, so that's it with KIDA as a whole. I'm going to be talking about the KIDA Council. So what does the KIDA Council do, and what kind of roles do we have? So the KIDA Council consists of the council members from each university's debate society or institution and the KIDA Secretariat. So basically, among the 14 member societies that we have, the president and vice president or other council member from these societies all gather and they formed the KIDA Council with the members of the KIDA Secretariat that I'm going to be talking about in the later slides. So what the KIDA Council does is we discuss and advance important issues and agendas for the debating community of Korea. So what happens in terms of tournaments, what happens in terms of the KIDA and KNC Constitution, what happens in terms of all of these ideas or values that we hold dear and want to advance in our society. So these are things that the KIDA Council talks about. And the KIDA Council hosts a monthly KIDA Council meetings, and they are now unfortunately being held online due to the spread of the coronavirus. But something that the 21st KIDA Secretariat wanted to have is we wanted to open the KIDA Council meetings to anyone who was interested and anyone who wanted to see what was going on between the universities, university societies and the Secretariat. So if any of you are interested, you can always sign up to observe the KIDA Council meetings. For those of you who are society heads, reminder that we have September KIDA Council meetings tomorrow. So please be eager and ready to discuss the agendas that we have talked about so far. So yeah, basically KIDA Council is the organization of each university debate society heads and the Secretariat who are willing to discuss and advance for these agendas. Yes, and then finally I'll discuss the KIDA Secretariat. This is the photo of the 21st KIDA Secretariat. We have 7 members, and yeah, this is us, and this was right after we were elected, so we were voted in. And the 21st KIDA Secretariat was voted in, the president and vice president was voted in late June of this year, and the rest of the Secretariat, the rest of the 5 members were voted in of July. So we haven't had that much time to prepare, but we have done a lot of things, and we are planning a lot of things for you guys. So we hope that you are able to enjoy what we have planned for you. So to briefly introduce the KIDA Secretariat, as of now, again, my name is Jihi. I'm the president of KIDA. I am an old member of Yonsei Underwood Union, and I had the fortune of being elected to being the 21st KIDA Secretariat president. Yes, if Chuwon could turn on her video, or she can join me on my video. Yeah. So hi, this is Chuwon. Chuwon is currently the president of KODC. She is also the vice president of the KIDA Secretariat. And the two of us have been working since June to make sure that KIDA is able to enjoy the things that we have enjoyed so much in the past. The next is our secretary, Yeun Hyun. Yeun, can you turn on your camera as well? Okay, yeah. Hi. So Yeun is a member of SNUDA. She is also a very, very qualified debater, and she is the one that is in charge of our KIDA Council meetings and any of the logistical stuff that happens in the KIDA Secretariat. She is also with me and Chuan and another Secretariat member, Chung. Yeah. I'm also going to introduce the next member, who is not here, but Kyunggon Jeon from KDS is our treasury. He is in charge of money and finance and all of the things that are important to us. And we, as a 21st KIDA Secretariat, we hold transparency very, very important. So Kyunggon is in charge of all of these documents and whatnot. Yes, I'm going to first introduce Cheung from KUDC. He is the one in front of the camera. Yeah, so wave Cheung. Yes, he is a member of our planning and development department, and he is in charge of organizing and planning and developing a lot of the events or a lot of the workshops or tournaments that we have. You will be seeing him a lot in KIDA as well. We also have Yoon Chan from SNUDA. Yoon Chan is not here now, but he will be joining us for the show debate, and he is also a very passionate member of KIDA who is on the Planning and Development Department of KIDA Secretariat. Last but not least, we have Suyeon Moon from HDS. She is in charge of public relations and design. All of the posters, all of the designs that you have seen in regards to this workshop, in regards to the KIDA Rookie Tournament, or in regards to any event that is going to be held, is proudly made by Suyeon, and she is also a very dedicated member of this community. So yeah, the 7 of us are basically on the Secretariat, and we have been working hard, and we will continue to work hard to plan events for you guys. So yeah, basically what the KIDA Secretariat is think of KIDA Secretariat as the council for KIDA, in that you guys have your own respective presidents and vice presidents, we act as the president and vice president of KIDA as a whole. So what we do we do things like planning training sessions and events such as the rookie workshop, as that you're in right now, or the debate workshop, or the judge workshop, or lectures and whatnot. So we're able that many members of KIDA can sign up and enjoy. We also host tournaments, or we help societies host tournaments such as national tournaments or rookie tournaments that we're going to be talking about very, very soon. And we also provide overall supervision of projects that are conducted by societies. So whenever you have any questions or concerns, or you want advice about anything that societies want to do, then feel free to approach the KIDA Secretariat, and we will utilize everything within our power to help you guys, whether it be in terms of providing connections or whether it be in terms of providing resources and advice. For those of you who are interested in learning more about the Secretariat, the past 20th Secretariat did an amazing job in compiling all of the material that is related to the KIDA Secretariat. You can find that in our website. You can also go and check out our Facebook or Instagram account if you want to know more about what KIDA does. And always feel free to contact us if you have any recommendations or any like feedback that you want to give to us. We are very, very open to whatever ideas you guys may have. So yeah, that is it in terms of societies, in terms of talking about the KIDA Council and Secretariat. So I think it's just important for us to understand that KIDA as a whole is like a big family, in that we stay here, like a lot of us have stayed here for a long time. Most of you hopefully will stay here for a long time as well, but families sometimes have a tendency to become haphazard or messy, and that's where the Council and Secretariat kicks in terms of organizing, in terms of planning, and in terms of just helping you guys achieve what you want. So yeah, that's it in terms of introducing the different bodies that are in KIDA as a whole. I'm going to be moving on towards events and tournaments and workshops that the KIDA Secretariat may have planned. And I think it's important for us to note that while each of your respective societies have done an amazing job and are doing amazing jobs with regular debate sessions or open sessions or workshops or whatnot, it is also very just important for KIDA as a whole to be able to connect with other societies and to meet people from other societies as well, right? Because at the end, KIDA is a 연합 동아리. It means that all of these different schools that perhaps would not have had other opportunities to mingle and mix with each other have this wonderful opportunity of debate to meet and share the passion that we all have for debate, right? So in terms of events, what do we have? We have things like open sessions. So open sessions are things like joint sessions of other societies. These will happen within the semester. They happen a lot before tournaments as well. So for example, I don't know, what's a recent open session that societies had? Like KU and HDS might have a joint session, and they might open sessions towards all the members and anyone who wants to participate. Or there can be 신청 sessions where YU, EDIS, and ADS might also join and have sessions, right? So we have different joint sessions with other societies where you're able to meet people not only from your society, but also from outside of your club. We also are planning joint sessions with KIDA. So if any societies would like to host sessions with KIDA providing judges or KIDA providing opportunities for you to connect with other societies, we're also very happy to do so. I think it's also important to think that because of the coronavirus, we haven't been able to have a lot of offline sessions, which initially was a bit of a bummer, but online sessions allow us to meet with more frequency. It allows people who are outside of the country or outside of this region to also meet. So I think we can think of it as a blessing in disguise in that we're able to have more opportunities to talk about and to debate with one another. So open sessions are an event that KIDA Secretariat and the KIDA Council has planned. Another thing that we are planning to do, but again, Corona is making things a bit difficult, but as soon as Corona goes away, Secretariat is planning things like membership training and leadership training. This is to help society heads understand what it means to be the president of a debate club and how they're able to better focus on things like training, on things like recruitment, on things like maintaining or just having their own debate sessions. So we really want to have this offline just because drinking with others online is a bit of a difficulty. So we are planning this as soon as Corona goes away, but again, the safety of all of the participants is of our utmost concern. So please just be patient on this issue, and we will try to make this happen as soon as possible. Yes. Moving on to workshops, and even though we've only been elected in late July, in late June and July, this current KIDA Secretariat has worked really hard to open a variety of workshops. In July, Chisong, a brilliant judge and also a debater for a show debate, and myself hosted the KIDA Judge Workshop, where we are able to also have a show debate and give judge practice sessions of those who applied. The KIDA Workshop, you're here right now, and we are trying to accommodate as many people we have that are able to with the resources and with the opportunities that we have. Other workshops that the KIDA Secretariat are planning are things like the tab workshop. So tabbing is how to run a tournament logistically in terms of using tabulation software to calculate the wins and losses and input the wins and losses of teams. And tab masters are truly the gem of KIDA in that it's it's impossible to run a tournament without tab masters, which is why we would like to have some of the highly qualified tab masters in KIDA help out with things like tabulation. So we are working for that as well. The reason I put question marks is also because we would like to also have the input of different society heads and different society members in terms of what kind of workshops you want to have. So always, and if you go to our Facebook page, you can see a feedback form or feedback box pinned to the first post of our Facebook page. So if you have any brilliant ideas or initiative that you want to have passed, then feel free to contact us, and we will try as hard as we can to make sure that that becomes something in reality. So yeah, workshops are another event that we have planned for you guys. Talking next about tournaments, and I think it's also important to note that tournaments are an important part of KIDA in that, yes, debate helps us learn, but most of us, frankly, are here also because we are competitive, we like winning, and we want to make sure that we are able to achieve our fullest potential. And I think that nowadays, there's a tendency, or there is a trend for people to not be aware of these different tournaments. So we hope that this allows many members in KIDA to understand what kind of tournaments we have and what kind of opportunities you're able to have to talk with people not only within Korea, but also from Europe, from the States, or from other from other Asian countries like Southeast Asia, and to talk with one another. So yeah, we have different standards in which we're able to divide tournaments. We have institutional and open tournaments, we have national and international tournaments, and we have tournaments in different parliamentary styles, so AP and BP tournaments. I'm going to be talking about the different standards a bit later, but the easiest way for you to get information about these tournaments is if you join KIDA Public Forum on Facebook, and the organizing committee, the conveners of the CAP of different tournaments will promote these different tournaments in our Facebook page. So I think the easiest way for you to get information or access to these tournaments is through Facebook. We are also going to update all society heads on upcoming events in KCM. So society heads, please share the events that are to come. Things like registration dates, things like finance dates, things like when the tournaments are going to happen in advance, so that these members can know and register for these tournaments accordingly. So yeah, I think winning and losing is a part of debate, and tournaments allow us to experience that to the maximum extent, which is why we highly encourage a lot of the new members, but also just members that have been here for a long time, to always practice your debate skills in real tournaments so that you're able to understand and fully, I guess, increase your potential and release your potential. Yeah, so that's it for the tournaments. I'm going to be talking a little bit about different tournaments. So the first type of tournaments that I would like to talk about are institutional tournaments. So I've talked about before about how we have institutional and open tournaments. Institutional tournaments are tournaments that you go under the name of your school or under the name of your society, and you represent your school or society. So this means you're not allowed to team up with people outside of your society, but once you win, that brings more prestige or more honor, I guess, to the team and to the school that won. So in regards to institutional national tournaments, I'll talk about KIDA National Championship first. So we've had Fullbridge KNC last week or last week. It was in the first week of September. It hasn't been that long. So KIDA National Championship is the biggest national championship or tournament that we have, and this allows societies who have been practicing for for a semester with their internal sessions to compete with one another and to claim the victory under their school's name. So yeah, we've had AP KNC a bit late this year because of Corona and because of unexpected changes. The KIDA Secretariat is planning on having VP KNC in December, so right before winter break. So we hope that those of you who are interested can prepare for that in advance and make teams and participate in KNC. Yes, the second type of national institutional tournament that we have is the KIDA Rookie Tournament. We are going to have KIDA RT next week. Registration is still open, so we highly encourage those of you who are interested to go. The Rookie Tournament is special in that it protects rookie debaters from being crushed by those who have 3, 4, 5 years experience. There is a rookie standard that you have to meet in order to participate. So you are able to meet others who have similar experience or similar expertise as you. And you're also able to receive feedback from some of the most qualified debaters from inside and outside of Korea. So we highly encourage everyone to participate. KIDA RT is going to be held on Zoom, and the registration fee is set at 15,000 won, so 15,000 won per person. It's very cheap. So we highly recommend all of the members who are interested to go. Contact your society heads or contact the Facebook page if you want to know more information about these. We also have international institutional tournaments. So again, the concept is pretty similar in that you go under your school's name, but these allow schools from Asia, schools from other continents, or schools from around the world to compete. So we have Northeast Asia Debating Championship. It's going to be held in November, and it's going to be hosted by Seoulbridge Debate Society, who have had a lot of experience hosting different tournaments. So NEADC is, in Korean, it's the 동아시아 대회, which means that countries from it means that countries from Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan are able to compete and vie for the championship of this tournament. For those of you who have been here for a couple of semesters, a couple of years and are confused, NEADC is the new name of NIAO, so please just keep that in mind. Yeah, we also have Asian tournaments. The two biggest Asian tournaments that are happening right now, that have happened or will happen, is the Asian British Parliamentary Championship, which is ABP, and the United Nations Debating Championship, which is UADC. So UADC is in the Asian parliamentary format, and ABP is in the British parliamentary format. And I think registration is closed as of now, but for those of you who want to try for next year, please just keep in mind that when the registration period is going to be open. Australs happened this year as well, and it's also in the Australasian format, which means Asian countries as well as Australia and New Zealand are able to compete, and that's another big tournament that we have as well. World University Debating Championship, WUDC, is the biggest tournament in regards to parliamentary debating at the university level, and it's also one of the most, I guess, competitive tournaments. So we highly encourage a lot of people to go as well. I think it's important to note that Korea as a community and as a nation has had a lot of advances in terms of hosting or in terms of breaking in international tournaments. So as you said before, NADC is going to be hosted by Seoulbridge this year. The upcoming World University Debating Championship is also going to be hosted by Debate Korea, which is another society in Korea. So it's very important for us to understand that these are opportunities that would have been difficult if it were held in other nations, but because it's held in Korea, it allows a lot of domestic participants to participate as well. I think it's also important to note that Korea recently have had a lot of accomplishments in terms of international tournaments. NEADC or NIAO, a lot of Korean teams from KU, from KU and from SDS and from YU have all won or all have ranked really high in NIAO before. In regards to UADC, KU had the first Korean team break-in open, and KU and SDS have had teams breaking in UADC in the open division. In ABP, we've also had teams from SNUDA, from KU, from SDS break as well, and Australs. 2 members of our Secretariat and also very highly accomplished members were the EFL grand finalists of this year's Australs, and Korea also broke a team in 2017 World. So I think it's very important for us to understand that KIDA as a community and the debaters in KIDA have achieved a lot of accomplishments abroad as well, and we hope to continue on this trend with a lot more people competing and a lot more people bringing home awards. So yeah, that's in terms of institutional tournaments, what you can go under the name of your school and under the name of your society. Moving on to open tournaments. So open tournaments are tournaments that are not restricted as being institutional. So if I'm from YUU and I want to go with a friend from KU, you're free to do so. It also means that there's no age restriction and that the tournaments are not only limited to the university level. If I have a really, really good middle schooler that I want to go with, that is also fine. Open tournaments are also open to old people that have graduated from university and are going to work as well. So open tournaments are really free for anyone that is interested. The biggest open tournaments that we have nationally are tournaments like SNUDA IB, CUDS Open, and KIDA Open. KIDA Open is going to happen very, very soon, so please keep an eye open for that. We also have a lot of international open tournaments. In AP format, we have ICUT, the International Christian University Tournament, that is held in Japan. We have QDO, which is the Kyushu Debate Open that is held in BP format that is also held in Japan. We have HKDO from Hong Kong and CBP from China. We also have other international tournaments that have allowed people in KIDA to participate because it's been transitioned off online, which means we don't have to go and spend a lot of money on tickets and whatnot. So we also encourage a lot of people to participate in these open international tournaments as well. Yeah, so that is it for talking about the tournaments and the events and the different things that the Secretariat and the Council does. And what we're going to do now is we're going to, So what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce the open house debaters, and we're going to be talking about what these people are going to do in the next hour. So yeah. With that said, I would like to introduce the open house debaters. So the reason I put this here is because I've been to a couple of open houses. I've been to SNUDA open house, I've been to HYDS open house. I've also watched YU and KU open houses. So I know that your society heads have done a really, really good job in getting the best of this generation to talk about a different variety of motions, assuming motions or philosophy motions or whatnot. While we think that is a very good initiative, we also wanted to maximize the opportunity or the resources that KIDA has in guaranteeing diversity in terms of society and also just diversity in terms of generations and how we're able to bring different people from past and present generations. So yeah, it's not the Christmas ghost of past, present, and future, but it's the KIDA debaters of past, present, and future, and that we have a lot of highly accomplished debaters who were in KIDA or who are still in KIDA or who have the potential of being one of the best in KIDA. So we hope that you keep that in mind. We've also tried to get the people from different societies. So we have people from YUU, from SNUDA, from KU, from HDS, from SDS, and from ADS. We also have people who are very interestingly a mix of these people. I would like to call them the rare Pokemon, in that we have someone who is not affiliated to a society in KIDA, but has still done some of the most work that we have seen happening in KIDA so far in regards to judging or giving lectures. We also have someone who is in the military, who is in Jeju right now, but agreed to help us out because he is one of the biggest debate nerds I have had the fortune or misfortune of seeing. And we also have someone who is in Copenhagen right now, who is studying very hard, but still agreed to debate at 8 a.m. her time because she wanted to share what a meaningful experience she's had with you guys. So yeah, the theme of this open house was to connect the old, not so old, and the new generation. So we hope that you're able to learn a lot from these debaters as well. Yeah, so I'm going to be introducing the speakers in no particular order, really. So the first speaker that I would like to introduce is Yewon Jung from KUDC. Yewon participated in our first KNC, this SDS KNC, but managed to still make it to the open break, and she was the quarterfinalist of SDS KNC. She is one of the debaters with the most potential, and we hope that you're able to learn a lot from her in this debate as well. So yes, give a round of applause to Yewon from KUDC. And moving on to the next debater, which is Hyunsa from YUU. Hyunsa also participated in her first KNC, this Soulbridge KNC, but managed to make it to the top 10 best speakers. She was ranked the 7th best open speaker in Soulbridge KNC that was held this year. She was also the pre-quarter finalist and 5th best novice speaker of AWSDC in 2016. So Yeon and Hyunsa are one of the most, and Hyunsa is also the president of YU right now. So Yeon and Hyunsa are two of the most promising debaters that we have in KIDA right now, and we're very, very happy and honored to have them in the open house debater list. Next, moving on to Seokjin from HDS. I think I saw you, Seokjin, here, so it would be nice if you could turn on your camera. I think you're here, Seokjin. Are you here?
Hi.
Okay, yes, that's Seokjin talking. So he is going to be debating. Yes, I saw your name before. So yeah, briefly introducing Seokjin. And this is funny because I think I've had the honor of knowing or getting close to a lot of the debaters in this open house, and that Seokjin is one of the most passionate debaters that I've had the fortune of seeing, in that he is a person that will always ask you for feedback and is always very attentive to listening to feedback. He is one of the debaters that has shown such a massive amount of improvement, but is always so eager to learn, which is why we're very, very happy to have him here. So to briefly introduce what Seokjin has done in the past, again, he's a member of Huff's Debating Society. He was the champion of Summer ADI in 2018, was a pre-semi-finalist in KIDA Open of 2018. He was a NIA pre-quarter finalist and 5th best EFL speaker in 2018. He was the quarter finalist and 2nd best EFL speaker and 10th best open speaker in 2020 Soulbridge KNC. And also as a judge, he was the overall best judge of 2019 Seogang Open. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to learn a lot from Seokjin. Seokjin also is very, very busy with his military duties, but was still very, very eager to help us out. So we thank you a lot for that, Seokjin. And we hope that you are able to have a fun time listening to his speech today. Yes. Moving on to the next debater. We have Yoon-tan from Suda. Again, he is a member of our Secretariat. And just to briefly introduce Yoon-tan, he was the quarter finalist of KMADC KNC, which was held last year, and he was also the 7th best speaker of KMADC KNC. He was also a Pro-Am semi-finalist in the Suda Pro-Am that was held earlier this year. He was also an EFL grand finalist of Monash Australs that was held this year, as well as a 3rd best EFL speaker. And he is also he was also semi-finalist of this year's STS KNC, as well as the 5th best open speaker. I think from me, Yoon-tan is the person that went to the most open houses, and he is also a very dedicated member, not only in KIDA, but also in terms of Secretariat. And we are very, very happy to have his input on whatever decisions that we're able to make. So we hope that you're able to enjoy his speech as well. So yeah, that was our 4th open house debater. Moving on to our next open house debater, we have Lucy from HDS. Again, Lucy, she is from HDS and she's also from KU. So she's a person who comes from 2 different societies. She is right now in Copenhagen studying for her master's degree. And she is also just one of the most genuine, down-to-earth and kindest people that I've met in KIDA. And that's saying a lot because most people, there are a lot of nice people, but for you to be the nicest, I think it really says a lot about you. So to briefly introduce Lucy, she was the grand finalist in 2019 Seogang Open. She was also the semi-finalist of 2018 KIDA Open. She was the quarter finalist of 2015 Beijing Debate Open and a top 10 best speaker. She was also the grand finalist of Korea Women's Debate Open that was held in 2015, and she was the EFL champion of Fall KNC in 2011. So yeah, Lucy has a heart of gold, and she also is really able to elaborate well in her speeches. And yeah, we really hope that you're able to listen to her. Bear with us if she seems a bit draggy. It is 8 a.m. in her time. Yeah, so that was our 5th open house debater. Moving on to our next, I'm sorry, we missed, I thought Hoiman was before this, so sorry. Our 6th open house debater was Hoiman. She's from SDS, and she is also one of the best female debaters that is active in KIDA right now. So to briefly introduce her CV, she was the grand finalist in 2020 Stourbridge KNC that happened this year. So those of you who were lucky enough to watch the grand finals knows how great her speeches are. She was also the Open Champion of 2019 ADS KNC. She was also the Open Champion of the Pan-Pacific Debating Championship that was held in 2019. She was also a semi-finalist in 2018 Meow, and she was also semi-finalist in 2018 CDP. So that was our sixth open house debater, and we're very, very happy to have Ho Mien, also one of our best debaters that debated this KNC with us on board for the open house debate. Yes, I'm sorry. And then moving on to our seventh debater. So Chisong, the reason he doesn't have a society is because he used to be a member of Hanyang Debate Society, but he moved schools to chase a career in Oriental medicine, which is why he doesn't have an affiliation anymore. But we joke that he doesn't belong to one society of KIDA, but he belongs to all the societies of KIDA, in that he is the person that really gives the most to everyone who asks, in that he goes to judging and debating lectures, workshops, open houses, and really does a lot in terms of being on the CAP or just helping out with different tournaments. So yeah, just moving on to his CV, he was a breaking adjudicator in World University Debating Championship that was held in 2019. He was also the overall best judge of Northeast Asian Open in 2018. He was an Open Grand Finalist, an 8th Open Best Speaker in Kyushu in 2018, in Kyushu Debate Open in 2018. He was also a semi-finalist and 4th Open Best Speaker in the 2018 Korea Debate Open. For those of you who have been to either this APKNC or last APKNC, you know that he has been on the CAP and has made a lot of wonderful motions for those as well. So he is a very, very highly qualified judge and debater, and we're very welcome to have him on board as well. Last but not least, coming all the way from Jeju Island, we have Song Jae-hong from ADS. And Song Jae, I think for me, the top two debate nerds that I have had the, again, fortune and misfortune to see are luckily in this open house. We have Seokjin and we also have Song Jae. And it was very fun getting to see them discuss the open house motion. And we hope that you're able to learn a lot from Song Jae as well. So briefly introducing Song Jae, he was the grand finalist in 2018 APKNC. He was the grand finalist in BFSU STC and also the open second best speaker. He was the grand finalist in 2019 BDO as well as the overall best speaker. He was the co-CA of 2019 APKNC. I'm not sure why that says 2020, but yeah, so he was the co-CA of 2019 APKNC, the one that was held last year at ADS, and also he was the DCA of 2018 Suna IB. So yes, Song Jae has been teasing a lot of people for not retiring from debating, but also it's funny that he's here, but we're very, very happy to have him nonetheless, and we hope that you're able to learn a lot from his debate at the end. Yes, so we're going to start at the open house debate is going to start at 3. So we would like to give you about 10 minutes break time to fill out the quiz and participate in our event, and also just prepare for the open house debate as well. So what we're going to do after the open house debate is we're going to have 30 minutes where I'm going to be the chair, and I'm also going to provide oral adjudication for the round. Yes, so, and as well as also answering questions from you guys about KIDA, about tournaments, about events, or anything that I've said thus far. So yeah, let's have a break until 3, and then we can come back and enjoy the debate that we have prepared.